Hello world, I'm Bezalel, 36.5 FM. The one taking the video is called Bernard. Now, I want us to dive straight into a topic about dark energy. It has been theorized to be a force that makes galaxies to drift apart. And now, I want us to look at it from, maybe we start with something simple. We know the moon is drifting away from the earth. And we know the reason it's drifting away from the earth, it's because there is a bulge. So as the moon and the earth are there, the earth is rotating. So first, if the earth was not rotating, there would be a bulge caused by the moon's gravity. And then, because it's rotating, so it would be, if the earth is rotating, so the moon would be tending to, the bulge would be at that point. It is something elastic. The earth is elastic. Now, if we can come and look here just a second, that earth moon relationship I'm explaining here, we can see here, as the earth is pulling, the bulge is pulling on the mass of the moon. We can see the gravitational force here is the one which is this horizontal constant, this horizontal here, that is the force that is keeping the moon in orbit. This component here is the one which is driving the moon to a relatively higher orbit. Now, I'm going to introduce the same concept to a galactic level. So now we have two galaxies and they are doing the same. So we have here are the galaxies. So originally without the rotation, we can see here they are just tagging the gravity. But now once the galaxy starts spinning, they will cause a bulge to be moving depending on which side the rotation is happening. Now, if we can look at this example, I have outlined. Suppose galaxy A is rotating like this. So the bulge will be this point here because the mass will be pulled, but now the bulge will be forced to be moving towards this side by this rotation. So therefore, the mass of galaxy B will be attracted by the bulge, and therefore the relative drift that will be caused there will cause this galaxy to be rising to a higher orbit. And the same thing goes for galaxy A, will also be going to that higher orbit. And I've also tried for a second example. Say both galaxies are spinning now. This one is spinning like this one is spinning like this. So if we play with geometry, you just look where the bulge is, it's attracting the center. So that extra, that is the one which is causing the drift. Now, depending on the trajectory, you can play with it some geometrically, and you can find something there. Now, here it's something we know, like galaxies don't just act or don't just stay on their own. There are many galaxies surrounding any galaxy. We have like hundreds of billions of galaxies, so each galaxy being surrounded by many other galaxies. So a galaxy might have multiple bulges. So if we can calculate the intergalactic relations, yes, thank you. If we can calculate the intergalactic relations, we might have to understand, or we can maybe explain some of that energy. Now, another strange concept I want to introduce is called the universal spin. Now, everything in the universe, inside the universe, we know has a spin. So what if the universe itself also has a universal spin? So this top bottom being the axis of spin, and then now we can see this is the plane of spin, So maybe if the universe has a universal spin, then we might be able to calculate our position at the center of the universe, or are we at the point of the universe? If we are at the center, we shall be seeing everything on this plane moving much faster away because of centrifugal forces, but these ones will be tending to move away much slower because there are some centripetal forces acting on it. So if we can play with our geometry, maybe perhaps we can tend to find, like, if we are at this point, we know if we can find the plane of the universe, we can play with geometry with that ball. If we are in a universe, the way we assume, we see it as a sphere. So in our sphere there, maybe we can calculate our position in the universe. And now, just a second, we are going to look at those two factors explained together to understand dark energy, to theorize dark energy. So we can see there are intergalactic spins which can determine if galaxies will be moving closer or moving further away. We have done those calculations, I've shown them. And the second one, which is theoretical, very theoretical, universal spin. If we have a universal spin, maybe it can explain, I'm not really good with the mathematics part of it or the geometric part of it. So this is just my hypothesis. Again, I have been Bezalel Oiregi, 336.5 FM, and the person on the camera has been Bernard. Thank you all. A big shout out to Neil deGrasse. I do watch Startup. Thank you.